Hi everybody. So I'm going to go over a useful way I like to use massage guns. So I don't find these necessarily good for correcting any issues really. They're good for desensitizing tissues, especially after working out really hard or something like that, or spending a long day at work where you're holding certain postures for long periods of time. These tend to be helpful just to have a little more blood flow and desensitize some of the areas with a little vibration. It's more effective to use on certain spots. You want to avoid hard bony prominences usually, and I usually like to use a softer headpiece on these. It depends on what machine you're using, but if you have a massage gun at home, here's a good way to use it, or one of the ways that I like to use it, especially for the lower body. So around the glutes tend to be a sensitive spot for a lot of people, and the quads, the muscles in here tend to be really sensitive, especially around the insertion points down around the knee. So we're going to use it in those areas, but a way we can do that is we're going to sit on the floor, and we're going to rotate over to one side. And this exposes a little bit the glutes and stretches them a little bit on this side and the external rotators of the hip here. So I'm going to turn the massage gun on. I'm not going to do it right here, but I'm going to press that massage gun into this bulky tissue area around the hip. Okay, so you're going to find where the bony part is of your hip, and you can find the pelvis up top, and we're going to fall in between that. So right around here, there's a lot of tissue and tends to be quite sore. So we're going to compress there. I'll turn it on now. We're going to compress there and just push the tissues around a little bit. Okay, or you can just press into the areas that are sensitive and hold. And you can contract the glute a little bit, or just shift the hip backwards and forwards. You'll feel it even more. As we're in this position, we can also go down into the leg and press along the quads. Press up or down. Okay, on the other side, we can also take advantage of being in this position. This can then be a little bit sore. We can do a little bit of compress and stretch as we're doing this here too, by just sliding the leg out and straightening the leg, bending it again, compressing and sliding along. This could be really sensitive for some people. And along, especially in runners, you're going to find a lot of sensitivity here. But we're going to turn over again to the other side to get both sides. And again, as I turn over, I expose this hip, I expose these tissues. I'm going to go in here, press and push. There's usually a number of different intensities on here. If you're not sure what to use, start with the lowest one and work your way up. So I can work this up to about a 5, pressing and stretching, and then I'm going to mobilize a little bit the hip as I'm doing this by contracting the glute and then pulling the hip backwards, contracting the glute, pulling backwards. I'm going to go down into the leg, right around the knee, be avoiding too much bone. And then the other side on the inside of the knee. And again, you can extend, flex, and extend as you press down on that muscle. Okay. So there's a couple of spots that can be helpful for people. Try it out, and I'll try to make some more of these videos in the future. All right, all the best.